Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Paralegal Certificate Course Informational Webinar from CLS by BARBRI. We'll get started here in just a moment to allow time for everyone to join us. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director at CLS, Stephanie Elio. And following that, we'll be here for about 15 minutes to answer your questions live. So please be sure to put your questions as you have them in the Q&A feature. And either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will answer you directly, or we'll address it during the live Q&A. If we don't get to your question, don't worry, we'll give you all of our contact information for you to reach out to us at the end of the webinar. So with that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from CLS, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thank you, Emily, and welcome all of you. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us here and learn about the Paralegal Certificate course. We're going to go over the agenda here and take a look at what we'll talk about. We have got some fabulous enrollment counselors in the background. There is a chat feature that Emily mentioned you can put questions into, and our team will be responding to those as we proceed. I'm going to try my best to answer most of the general questions throughout this presentation. We do have some webinar ground rules, and that is to let you know we want to answer your questions, and they'll try to get to each and every one of you. But when you do submit a question, basic, rules stand: make it kind, make it relevant. If there is anything that isn't, you could be asked to leave, but we don't foresee that happening. I'm going to talk about who CLS actually is, a little bit about our online learning support system, the course overview, what those learning outcomes are, the interactive assessments, etc., what the career looks like for Outlook after you complete this program. There's a lot of fabulous jobs, and this is an incredibly transferable skill set. So we definitely want to spend time talking about that. We will talk about how CLS partners with accredited college and universities, and obviously costs and materials. As far as enrollment, we'll get to that at the end, and then wrap up with that 15-minute Q&A period. Let's go ahead and dig in. CLS by BARBRI. We are formally known as the Center for Legal Studies, and we were actually founded in 1980. We are moving into our 42nd year of training paralegals, and we have done that for 42 years and trained more paralegals than any other single program in the world. In 2019, we joined BARBRI Global. BARBRI is the leader in legal education, distance learning, training, and certification. That joining BARBRI Global has enabled us to increase our resources and our ability to bring you even better training. We maintain our mission, and that is to bring you the most affordable, flexible training that we possibly can. All of our courses are taught by legal professionals who also have teaching experience that is very credible. We work hard to maintain the curriculum on pace with today's world. All of those instructors are experienced professionals. So they are actual legal professionals, licensed attorneys, and high-ranking paralegals that actually have no less than 10 years practical experience. They're still current in the field, and they have teaching experience on top of that. So you really are getting the best experience when you take one of our courses. We offer more than just the paralegal certificate that you're coming to learn about today. Things like legal secretary certificate, legal investigation. We have advanced legal research and writing, software essentials. Many are the courses that you can view, look at syllabi for, see schedules on our website at www.legalstudies.com. All of our curriculum, no matter what the course, is always designed and updated to remain on pace with the current industry. The course we're going to talk about today is the Paralegal Certificate, and it is 100% online. That is the format we're here to focus on. Our 100% online truly means 100% online. You do not physically have to go to the campus for any reason. CLS works with 150 plus accredited college and universities throughout the country. And when you register, you actually designate one of those schools because that's who will issue your certificate at the end. However, when you're taking your course, CLS is going to deliver that training. We use a platform called Moodle. If you've ever taken an online course before, like through Blackboard, Canvas, Moodle is very user-friendly. It's interactive, and our students find it very easy to use. The 100% online means you have 24/7 access. You never physically have to go to campus, like I said. I know I'm repeating that, but it's important because the online format is designed to work around your busy life. There are video and printed tutorials throughout. There are chat tools and messaging features within it. And we also provide administrative and technical support for all of our students. Next slide, please. Back to that instructor and peer interaction. These courses are instructor-led, but that doesn't mean that you have to be sitting in front of your computer at XYZ time for a live lecture presentation over video. What happens is an instructor will actually post what your written and reading assignments are on Monday morning. Deadlines are typically at the end of the week on Sunday. So because you have that 24/7 access, you will be able to log in whenever it works for you, whether that be 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on your lunch hour because you've got a full-time job, 9 o'clock at night after you put the kids to bed. Whatever works for you is good. You're going to maintain control of that. Your responsibility as the student is to ensure you meet the weekly deadlines. This is not a fluffy program. You will work hard, but at the end of the 14 weeks that this course is delivered, you will be trained and ready to go to work as a paralegal. In addition to reading assignments and obviously tests and quizzes, there are discussion forums that are built in. What happens is at the beginning of the week, you will log into the portal. When you register and classes start, you'll get a username and password that grants you that 24/7 access. But at the beginning of each week, the instructor will post a topic for discussion. One of your responsibilities is to log in, read that topic, enter your comments for you to participate. You will earn points for that, and they are required. After you've completed your entry, then you're able to see your classmates' entries as well. Sometimes those turn into incredibly detailed discussions, and you may want to participate beyond the minimum requirement. And that is certainly your choice. Those weekly assignments are really designed to help you stay on track so that you do complete on time at the end of 14 weeks. And again, that 24/7 access is because this is designed for busy people. We've been doing this for 42 years. We know our students are busy. They've got full-time jobs. They've got kids underfoot, spouses that need attention, elderly parents they're caring for, you name it, lots of things. This is manageable to be able to add into that already busy life that we know you all have. How does grading work here? So at CLS, our goal is really the same as yours, and that's to ensure that you are ready to go to work when you're finished with this program. We want you to be able to hit the ground running. So every test, every quiz, every assignment that you do requires a 70% minimum passing score. There is no cumulative grading at CLS because, I mean, think about it. You can't be really good at some skills and not so good at others and then have your grades all added up and be in the middle. You need to go to that new job or that promotion being good at all skills. So first natural question is, what happens if I fail a test? or a quiz. That is not the end of the program. You will not fail out at that point. We want you to be successful. We are vested in you being successful. So, worst case scenario, if you do get lower than 70%, you will have an opportunity to redo that assignment, to retake that test, get the feedback from the instructor, see where you may have strayed, what you didn't understand, redo it. And students get 2 times after that to try again. This, I want to mention to you all, this program is not about memorizing a bunch of stuff to pass a test. This is about developing the skills, understanding the concepts that you need in the real world. Therefore, every test, every quiz is open book. You will be able to use your notes, your materials. They're not timed to where you're crunching, trying to fill something out really quick. We're looking for your full comprehension. We want you to understand the concepts and how to apply them in the real world. As far as an average working time, 8 to 12 weeks is what we promote and what we tell students, and that is based on the overall average of our students for all the years we've been doing this. Does that exactly mean what it's going to be for you? Everybody's different. A good gauge for yourself is if you've got strong organization skills, good time management, your reading comprehension is good. You're able to get things on a first read, retain them well, get them back out, then you're going to be right in the middle there. If those skills are lacking a bit, maybe it's going to take you a little bit more time and something that you want to work to develop stronger skills. If you are spending more than 20 hours a week, it's kind of my thresholds for students, I strongly encourage you, reach out to your instructor, ask them for assistance, some guidance, because if you're spending that much time per week, you might have gone down a wrong road. You may be overthinking something. Some clarification will help you to manage your time better. There are testimonials for our program all over the place on our social media pages, Facebook, on our website itself. Students that come to take our courses are excited, and we thank them for it, to share their experiences with new students just like you. So that kind of information is invaluable. You can certainly find the testimonial section on our website at www.legalstudies.com. And there is a review section on our Facebook page from all students that were in the position that you are today. They've taken the course, been successful, and they're now out utilizing this new skill set. Let's talk a little bit about the content of the paralegal course itself. So the paralegal certificate course, when delivered online, is a 14-week program. We deliver that in 2 consecutive 7-week sessions. Our academic calendar is broken up into 6 7-week sessions per year. We offer the first half and second half of this program every single session. So really, all you need to do is decide when you want to begin. When you do that, on our website, you select the session you want to begin, you will automatically be enrolled in the session that follows, because each one of those sessions are 7 weeks. The reason the calendar is set up that way is because many other courses that we offer are completed in a single 7-week session. Paralegal is not. It is a 14-week training. The tuition pays for both sessions. You do not need to pay that money twice. In fact, our website has a default when you're registering to prevent you from paying that twice. So not to worry, simply select the session you want to begin. We'll automatically put you in the second. There is a full syllabus, not only for this course, but every course that we offer on our website. It will show you all of the learning objectives. We're going to give you reading charts, realistic expectations. It will review the grading and withdrawal policies that I mentioned earlier. This is this graphic here will show you a quick overview of some of those learning objectives: legal research, civil procedure, ethics, a component of every course we teach because you're working in the legal industry, so critically important that we go over ethics. Rules of evidence, torts, contracts, etc. are all included in the curriculum for the paralegal certificate course. Something we added last year, which we are incredibly proud of, is the interactive formative assessments. These are study tools put right into the platform that you can watch recorded lectures. And those are videos that you can watch as many times as you want to. So the course is heavy on reading, but adding these new tools kind of breaks up that reading. You can watch the videos because, honestly, everybody learns a little bit differently. Some people are visual, some are audio, some are tactile. So we want to encompass every type of learning style. You'll absolutely have your textbooks and be reading there, but these videos help you to understand the materials. The formative assessments allow you to test your understanding of those new concepts. And these are tools within the platform that you can use as many times as you want to. Advancing your education. So our paralegal certificate course is designed for students to gain a core foundational knowledge and skill set to work as a paralegal. Now, in California, that is the only state currently that actually has regulations for paralegal training. All other states, you are ready to go to work with this certificate we're talking about today. In California, you would also need to complete our advanced program because California paralegals are required to be in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code 6450, which actually dictates how many hours you must have of substantive legal training. We designed our advanced program specifically for our California students. And it allows you, after you do the core training in the paralegal certificate, you can go on and take 6 out of the list you see here. These are each 7-week specialty topics, 7-week classes that once you do 6, you will meet that requirement for California and be in compliance with the code. Now, like I said, there's 16 topics here. California students are required to get this extra training, but that doesn't mean if you don't live in California, you shouldn't look at this. Honestly, everybody should take a look at the advanced program as well. And I'm going to talk a few minutes about badging, which enables students to actually get recognition for taking 1, 2, 3. What these specialty topics do is they build on the core training you got. So it allows you to specialize in very specific areas of the law. The reason these should be valuable to all of our students, regardless of geography, is that the more skills you have, the more valuable you are. And we want you to be more marketable, more put yourself in a better position for certain positions, certain jobs that you want to apply for. If you're already working in a law firm as a paralegal, this is an excellent opportunity for you to come back and upskill a little bit, get some extra training, or maybe you've been working in one law firm for a long time, a family law firm, and you're going to move over into a different kind of firm that deals with bankruptcies, and you just want to pick up that specialized skill set. All of those scenarios are valid. The badges. So prior to last year, a lot of our other students were taking 1 or 2 topics, but they weren't getting any kind of documentation for it, because to earn an advanced certificate, you do need to complete 6 advanced topics. We changed that recently, and we added Credly badges. I don't know if you've explored a lot about badges. We've got some links on our website. Our enrollment counselors would be happy to discuss it with you. But bottom line, this is something that you get upon completion of any course we offer, and you get a digital badge for any individual topic you take now within the advanced program. The digital badge is something that you can share on your LinkedIn profile, on your website, on our job network website, where employers are looking for new candidates. That digital badge, when someone clicks on it, it's not just going to say, yes, the student took this course, but it's going to go into great detail and show exactly what skills were developed in that program and what you learned. And you know, when an employer is looking for someone to hire, they're not just looking to see what courses you took or what education you have. They want to know what skills you are bringing to the table. They're paying you to do that job. They want to know that you're ready. Speaking of jobs, what's out there? Paralegal is one of the most transferable skill sets that you can get. Everybody knows that paralegals work in law firms. That's a given. Paralegals also work in every government agency. Every corporation has a legal department. They hire paralegals. The court systems. There are paralegal opportunities in real estate, in the banking industry, even car dealerships hire someone with a paralegal skill set to do contract work. So the opportunities are really endless. In this program, you're able to gain expertise to make you stand out from the competition in all of those other industries. What's the earning potential currently for a paralegal? We take our data from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, and they are projecting a 10% increase from now to the year 2029, much faster than the national average for other industries. The median salary, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics.gov, BLS.gov, you can get there with a quick Google search. They actually put out an occupational handbook every other year that you can drill down to your specific location. Median salary is currently $52,900. Different industries pay a little higher or lower. Geographic location will certainly impact that because cost of living varies. So a paralegal in New York City is going to make more than someone in Des Moines, Iowa, because the cost of living is so much higher. But this is going to give you a pretty good outlook about what you can do with this and what the earning potential is. Job Network that I mentioned a few moments ago is something new that BARBRI is working on now. And BARBRI doesn't just work with CLS. They also do bar prep. That is the main educational programs offered through BARBRI. The bar prep for all those law students that are going to sit for their bar exams and become attorneys. Those are your future employers. They know who BARBRI is. They are joining our job network. They are seeking paralegals. So upon completion, you're not only able to join our job network, but upload your badges, your profile, and in addition to other places that you might be seeking employment. This is something, if you'd like to discuss further, please reach out to our enrollment counselors that are available, and they can have discussions with you along those lines. It's something that is currently being created and developed as we speak and growing day by day. How do you enroll in this course? As I mentioned, one of the first things after you've decided, yes, I want to take this course, you need to designate one of our college and university partners, because at the end of the day, when you're done, they are issuing your certificate. We work with schools from coast to coast. This is a sampling of some of our partner schools. Our recommendation is the same as it's always been. If we have a partner school in your local geography, that is the logical choice. If you're going to continue living and working where you currently are, it makes sense to get your certificate from that local school. We are pretty proud of the fact that we only have about 4 or 5 states that we don't have a school in. If you happen to reside in one of those, then simply select a neighboring state. It's going to be the most recognizable name by your future or current employer. Tuition for the paralegal certificate course is currently $1,595. There are required textbooks for the program. We sell all of them in the bookstore on our website. In fact, when you register for your course, the books show up there, so you can easily put them into your cart in one fell swoop. Westlaw access is required for this program. That is the ability to get into the online law library as we teach you how to do professional legal research. The Westlaw access is needed on the second half of the course. Keep in mind, we talked about this is a 14-week training delivered over 2 7-week sessions. There are no Westlaw assignments that are due in the first half of the program. They all take place in the second half. So if you did want to wait until your halfway point to purchase your Westlaw subscription, you can certainly do that. Or you can just do it when you get your books and pay your tuition. And then we know when to send you that access. So we'll take care of it for you. We have many payment options available at CLS by BARBRI. You can certainly check out on our main website with a credit or a debit card. You can use one of our third-party vendors. We work with a firm who can break up your full payment, tuition, books, everything into from 3 to 18-month payment plans. You could also use one of our 2 PayPal options. We have a PayPal credit and a Pay in 4 option, and those are all available at the checkout screen. Our Affirm and PayPal options are credit-based, and there's a very quick application that you can do. What I want you to know about that is we encourage you to check that out. It's a soft hit on your credit, not hard, so it's not going to get a ding or a mark against your credit. We do accept a very wide range of credit, which is why I encourage you to at least attempt it. And then you can break it up. There's no prepayment penalties on those. And you can certainly check out with a credit card if you choose, and then just control your own repayment. If you have any trouble with any of our payment options, again, we do have enrollment counselors that are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can reach them by 1-800-522-7737. We'll put that number and information up on the screen in a moment. Before we move on, I want to talk about that Westlaw access for just a quick moment. Westlaw, the online law library tool, this $89 rate is a rate that we provide our students. The value of that is incredible, okay? Westlaw access is actually very expensive. They do an audit on just a random amount of our students to tell us each month how much the amount of access you use in that 7-week time frame would cost in a retail environment. Most law firms that have subscriptions are on a pay-per-click basis, and our average students use about $3,000 to $4,000 worth of access in just 7 weeks. You're paying $89 for that. And you're going to leave this program knowing how to use this tool. It's incredibly valuable. This is a rate that you must be a registered student to be able to get. The reason we can bring these rates is because CLS is actually the largest reseller of Westlaw subscriptions in the world. So these rates are unbeatable elsewhere. This is, I mentioned that the tuition for this particular session, starting on October 18th, is $1,595. This is the last online session that we will be offering that tuition price. All those new additives we put in them the last year, the formative assessments, the videos, the badging program, the job network, the increased connectivity between enrollment counselors, our operations personnel, our customer service teams that help enrollment students, program managers. They have all been value adds to our program, as well as updating the curriculum. So courses that begin in January of 2022, we are raising the tuition. This is only the second raise in tuition in the last 5 years. So we do work hard to maintain it. But if you're planning to take the course in January, we strongly recommend you join us now on the October 18th session, because it is the last chance to get that $15.95 opportunity for a 100% online course. Session 6 is available. Registration is open. It begins on October 18th, and we would love to have you register today. Our contact information, as I mentioned earlier, you can call us directly. We do have enrollment counselors standing by, and they'd love to talk to you. Our direct number is 1-800-522-7737. You can send us an email at info, that's INFO, @legalstudies.com. You can visit our website directly at www.legalstudies.com. And we recently started a live chat bot. So if you have some simple questions and you're on our website that you want to just throw into a quick chat, our enrollment counselors are also working behind the scenes to answer those questions. So lots of opportunities for us to help you out. I think at this point, we're going to go into some live Q&A. Emily, I bet you've got some questions for us, right?
Yes, thank you, Stephanie. We do have some questions. So as we said, we're going to try to answer as many of your questions here live as we can. If you have a question, please put it in the Q&A feature below. Do not use the chat. It's a bit easier for us to manage in the Q&A. And again, we'll either respond directly, our enrollment counselors will type it back to you, or we'll do it live here on the webinar. And don't worry, I'll put that contact information back up on the screen. So if we don't get to your question, you can contact us via phone or email later today. Let's see, first question. So we got quite a few questions about people specifically interested in how advanced goes. So they're taken or going to take the paralegal course, and then they're interested in the advanced course. Can you clarify again if someone needs to take all 6 topics, or if they're interested in 1 or 2, how that works?
Sure. And I want to talk about the pace of that. I'm sorry I skipped that earlier. So the advanced program does have a prerequisite that you have either completed our paralegal or done worked as a paralegal for 2 years or earned a paralegal certificate elsewhere. So as long as you have met that prerequisite, you're eligible to take the advanced topics. Now, if you're in California, you need to take 6. If you are anywhere else, then the number that you take is entirely up to you. You can take 1, 2, you could take all 16. Absolutely. The pace in which they're available, every topic is available every session. I mentioned that we have 6 online sessions per year. And so every one of those advanced topics is available every single session. So if you're ready to take one, they're available so long as you've met the prereq. As far as the load you're allowed to carry at one time, that would be a maximum of 3 topics in a single 7-week session. Kind of got a gauge that I advise students if they're asking, before they've taken their prereq, their paralegal, and they want to know, or they're ready to jump into advanced, how many do you think I can take at a time? As I mentioned earlier, everybody's different, and that's a good thing. So the measurement would be, how did you do in your paralegal studies? If you took your core program, the one we're talking about today, and you were, within 8 to 10 hours a week, you were getting your grades in, 90% plus, and you felt like you could manage things well and feeling good about it, you can handle 3. If you're in the 80 to 90 range and you're feeling kind of stressed out and it was taking you more time, you probably want to drill it down to 2 at a time. If you were pulling your hair out and struggling to get through the paralegal course, I strongly recommend you take them 1 at a time. Students have up to 12 months to complete all 6 courses if they're going for that advanced paralegal certificate course, and you can do any combination. Create your own schedule. You can take 1 now and 2 next session and skip a session and then take 3, whatever it is. You've got 12 months to get all 6 if you want the advanced certificate, and the clock starts ticking when you take the first one. If you are not seeking the full advanced certificate when you initially start, you can take 1 or 2, whatever you like, earn the badges for those. You might change your mind and want to go for the whole certificate. That's up to you. Either way is okay.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We're getting some questions again on how to find a school. So I just want to point out that if you go to legalstudies.com and you go to the About CLS section, under that, you'll see a menu option for partner schools. And there you can see both a map of where all of our schools are across the country, as well as a list. So you can search the map if you prefer, by the state, search for a specific school. And then when you click on that school, you can see the course they offer and all the further details there. So I just wanted to point that out. I know we just showed a selection of our partners earlier, but you can see the full list of our partner schools on legalstudies.com. Again, go to the About CLS section and click down to partner schools. Next question. So you talked about the paralegal certificate course, the core course, and that it prepares all students to be job ready once they complete that. We talked a bit about the advanced course as well for advanced education. What other courses or exams are students eligible to sit for after they complete the paralegal certificate course?
Sure. I mentioned earlier in the presentation that paralegal is an unregulated profession, with exception to California. There are a couple of exams out there that are widely known. NALA, that's the National Association of Legal Assistants, or NIFPA, the National Federation of Paralegal Associates. There's the PCC exam, the PACE exam, the NALA exam. All of those things are voluntary measures. I want to take this opportunity to point out the difference between certified and certificated, holding a certificate. Okay. Certified in paralegal does not mean the same thing as like a certified electrician or a certified plumber. Those are actually regulated fields. NALA trademarked the word paralegal, certified paralegal. So if you take their exam, you will yield that title. You need to have, in order to qualify to sit for that exam, you're going to need to have a bachelor's degree in any field, doesn't matter what it is, plus 125 hours of substantive legal training, which would mean taking our courses, paralegal plus at least 3 advanced topics. Now, the other organization, the Federation for Paralegals, their exam is called the PACE exam, in which you're going to need a bachelor's degree, again, plus a couple of years working as a paralegal before you're eligible for that test. They have a PCC exam, which different levels of education qualify, but you're still going to need to have that substantive legal training, which we can provide. In all of our years of experience, a small percentage of our students pursue those exams after they've completed the course. The primary reason for doing so, honestly, is a promotion and pay raise. They're looking to add something else to their resume to get that promotion or pay raise. It's not a necessary thing. You will be job ready when you hold the certificate from any one of our accredited college or universities. And that's our goal here today, is to ensure that the training we provide you makes you ready to enter the workforce or move up into a more responsible job than you currently possess. So those things are voluntary. They're out there. You can certainly Google them and take a look. If you want to discuss them easier, our enrollment counselors are available to help you along those lines as well.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have some questions clarifying that our online course is 100% online. Again, it's fully remote. You never actually have to go to the campus for the school that you were enrolled with. But some new students are noticing that select schools do offer a live lecture format. Can you talk about the difference between live lecture and online?
Sure. We do have multiple formats. Today, we were focused on the 100% live online format. We do have partner schools that do live lectures due to the world we are currently living in, COVID. We used to, in the past, pre-COVID times, actually had instructors on campus where you could sit in a classroom. Today, we are still living in COVID times, and we have moved that format to Zoom, where we have several schools that work together to deliver a course. It is all on Zoom. When you go to find a course, you get to choose the format that you want to take the program in, and it'll tell you which schools offer that live format. And those are going to be on custom schedules. By school, we have schools that work together based on time zone, and that is certainly an opportunity. Those require that students are sitting in front of their computer for many hours in a day. Typically, those classes run anywhere from 7 to 12 weeks long, and you're going to spend 8 to 10 hours in front of a computer in a live Zoom class that you are required to be there 80% of the time to pass. It's not like something you can just watch, record it, and go back and look later. You physically have to be there. And then you're going to do all your outside reading time as well. So if you're looking for the most flexible to manage with your own personal schedule, I do at this time recommend the online delivery that we've talked about today.
Thank you, Stephanie. For the online program, can you talk a little bit more about how instructor interaction works and if the instructor will be available and when they're available to answer questions should the student have them?
Sure. I mentioned earlier that our instructors are all working professionals. They are attorneys. They have live cases that they are working. They've got clients they're taking care of. Some instructors are very high-ranking paralegals that have full-time day jobs, just like you. At the beginning of the course, the instructor will post office hours when they are readily available. Those are designated times that you will be able to set up a meeting or communicate more rapidly with them. Otherwise, our online delivery system has communication tools where you can submit emails to them through that tool. Typical response is going to be anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. They are real people too. They are doing this as well as other things just like you. So there's a reasonable amount of time that they will get back to you. If you need some more one-on-one time, you're able to reach out to an instructor and set up a meeting to talk to them. They can do Zoom calls. Some instructors will schedule Zoom study meetings or things like that you have an option to attend. You can schedule a phone call with them, anything like that. You've got the ability to communicate through the portal, and they have other tools as well beyond the email tools. So the connectivity that you're seeking is there if you initiate it. If you are not reaching out to them, they're obviously going to be providing feedback on all of your assignments, and they will be posting the work and the lessons for you to do, but they're going to reach out to the class as a whole. If you would like to reach back out to them individually, that's something that you need to initiate. Other than that, with everything else in this course, you maintain some control on that level.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have just a minute left for our webinar today, so I'm going to ask one last question, and that's in addition to any books, are there any other required materials that the student needs, anything that they need to be successful in the program?
Nope, internet access. So whether you're doing a laptop, a desktop, we have students that have taken the course on iPad. It's up to you. You do not need any special software. You don't need any additional connectivity. Everything is housed on our systems, so simple internet access will suffice, and a device that can get you to that to take your course. All the books are listed that are required for the course on our website in our bookstore, and they pop up when you register as well, and that Westlaw subscription. Other than that, you're good to go.
Awesome. Thanks, Stephanie. So with that, we're going to close out the webinar here. Thank you again to everyone for attending today. If you have any further questions we did not get to, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at the phone number or email on the screen. Our enrollment counselors are ready to help you. We will be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back. So look out for that in your email inbox by the end of the week. And as mentioned, our next course session begins on Monday, October 18th. And that's your last opportunity to enroll at the 2021 pricing. So now is the perfect time to visit legalstudies.com, enroll today, get your books ordered, get ready to go for that October 18th session date. We hope you all have a great day. Special thank you to Stephanie.
Thank you all for joining us. We can't wait to see you in class. Have a great day.